Extreme Fanatics. So we did go to the swap, and we got some Snow White Daniels that we picked up, and these were extremely cheap. The gentleman that was selling them was trying to get rid of them because he has like 500 of them at his house still. So we picked 10 of these guys up, at least 10 of them up for really, really, really cheap. You can see they're doing really well. These are going to go in the 29 Planet downstairs. We did pick up one of the Core Life lights for, again, dirt cheap. And I'm going to have to play with this switch quite a bit because I don't like the way it's set up just yet. But anyways, we got that for the 20 bare bottom. Nothing's going on in there yet. Picked up a slab for these guys to spawn on. And I haven't really done an update yet, but I will. The pair, the two silver Super Veils are down here in the corner. They've already spawned. And you'll see probably the video before this, or a couple videos before this, they were spawning on a leaf, so we got them out as soon as we could. We got a slab in there for them now, so they can spawn in here if they need to. I've only seen the breeding tubes come out a couple times, but I'm not too concerned with them breeding in here. They will be fine. And we also got the 55 going still, which is still, I tried to clean that off and I haven't been able to get it completely clean yet, but we haven't had any losses in here in about a week, a little over a week. So I'm pretty sure that the cycle, whatever was going on, is pretty much over. And then on top of that, we got a couple of pea puffers. And I know what everybody's gonna say, you don't put in aggressive fish with guppies. Pea puffers are considered territorial as well as semi-aggressive, and there's a good possibility that they could go after the guppies. Reality is, as long as you keep them well fed, they should be fine. And we have a ton of ram's horn snails that we can feed the puffers. There's two of them in here. They're really small. I'm trying to see if I can get a better view of them for you. There you go. They're really small guys. They're not full grown yet. They're not mature. There's also a guppy fry in there because these guys were already kept with guppies prior. So putting them into another tank with guppies shouldn't be anything they're not used to. That's the reality of it. But these guys are really small. Don't know if they're male or females. They're just unsexed at this time. 55s are still kicking back here. We haven't got a whole lot done. We are making another trip out tonight, and we might end up going back to the swap before they close because people are going to be selling their stuff for dirt cheap, which is what I like to do. But we also got plants. Love plants. I got a log decoration for the Celestial Pearl Daniels upstairs. We picked up like 5 pieces of Malaysian driftwood. I don't know where they are right now. That tank is almost cycled. This tank isn't even close. This tank is just about done. And then we're going to be setting up, well, I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to wait and see. Quite a few. So, yeah. But you can see each tank, we have these syringes. This is for the water tests. Each tank has its own syringe. There's no contamination in any way, shape, or form. And that's what we've been using to test them. So every tank has its own little syringe. That way there's no messing around and dealing with water. Temperatures being, or not temperatures, but size being off. It's 5 milliliters, we get exactly 5 milliliters. Those tanks will be worked on relatively soon. That one hopefully will be done within a week. That one's got so many snails in it, I highly doubt it's going to be done anytime soon. There's probably, I would say no less than, well, I can give you a quick pick. I'm trying to get this light to work. Pushing the button. It comes on for a second. And then it turns off. I'll have to figure that out, play with that. I think I'm gonna take that rubber coating off because there's no chance it's gonna get wet. That way it's just more easily accessible, but you can't really see too well, sadly. But there's probably a better portion of 200 to 300, if not more, snails in here right now. These are all the Malaysian trumpet snails. These will be getting pulled out here soon. So a lot of the adults, at least, will be getting pulled out, or the medium-sized ones, I should say, will be getting pulled out and sold off here pretty soon. So we have those that are going to be diminishing in numbers pretty soon, I hope. And that should help this tank out. But other than that, we might go back. If we do, I'll let you know. But for now, this is it. And I'll get you guys back in a little bit. All right, so here's something else that we picked up. We have 6 for $5, it says. There's 6 in that bag, 6 in this bag. These are Bloody Marys. So we have 12 new ones that are going into the tank. They're 12 new red shrimp. They're Bloody Marys. So we have fires in here, Bloody Marys, as well as standard cherries. And the other cool thing, before I even add those in, that was pointed out, there are babies everywhere out right now eating. You can see them all. Tons of them. Tons and tons and tons and tons. Yeah, everywhere. So yeah, they're in there still. And they're still just random ones too. Hanging out. No big deal. But yeah. Whoa. Getting dizzy. Come on, you can zoom out for me. Don't be a booger. Thank you. Oh well. But yeah, so there's something else that we picked up. We also got some little sticks of something. I don't know exactly what they are. Chala wood, there you go. See? It's chala wood that we picked up as well. And yeah, bring you more in a little bit. So just a quick update on everything that happened and what we got in there. Here's one of the pea puffers. Already swimming around, doing really well. The other one was hanging out by the filter, but I'm not sure I see him right now. So they're doing really good. The guppies are still doing perfectly fine. We've got hornwort growing like crazy in there. This is one of the Val plants that we bought. I added that in there. There's a ton more Java moss I got added in. There's water Sprite that already came undone because I'm willing to bet that the fish are going crazy with the new plants in here. They'll really enjoy it. And if we come over here, this is gonna be just a quick sneak peek as to what's to come. Boom, that's all you get. You wanna see what's going on? Stay tuned. Check out the next couple of videos. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Stay tuned, there will be more. But in here, we haven't put any more plants in here yet, we will. But you can see, these are the Snow White Danios. We got 10 of these guys. Swimming around, doing really well. Adjusting really well already. The puffers have adjusted pretty well already. They're doing pretty good, so yeah, everything's doing pretty well. The Bloody Marys are upstairs. They're doing well as well. Instead of pausing you guys again and bringing you up there, they're doing really good. We've already had 3 of them molt, so hopefully we'll have some pregnant females. And a majority of what we got in there were females to begin with. So there were 12 that we got in total, and out of the 12, I think 11 of them are females. There might be a male in there. One of them, I'm pretty sure, is a male, but the rest are all females. So that will put us up to a total of, I believe, 31 adults now. So the reason we did that will be explained in a later video. There is a reasoning for it, but we have them in there for now. And I just wanted to show you that the slate's in for these guys as well. We're getting some ram's horn snails together. We're gonna feed the pea puffers in a little bit, but that's pretty much it, guys. I was gonna bring you actual coverage of the swap, but it was really congested in there, and when we got there right as it started, and it was just packed. And with my tooth being broken, I wanted to get in and see what they had and get out as quick as possible. I'm not really too keen on sitting around right now and just kind of waiting. So I wanted to get in and get what we needed to get and go. And that's what we did. We were only there for about an hour and a half, hit all the tables, and we were gone. So it didn't take very long at all. But I still can't get that off. And it is what it is. I could just as easily flip the tank around, but at some point this is going to be on a different stand. So when it goes on the other stand, the tank will get turned around because the other side's a lot cleaner. I wasn't paying attention when I put it together and ended up with all this stuff on the wrong side. So we'll fix that shortly, I'm sure. I'm trying to see if I can find them again. They're just kind of swimming around and getting familiar with the new territory. Pea puffers are considered dwarf puffers. They only get to be about an inch or so big when they're full grown. So being in a 55-gallon tank, even with other fish in there, is plenty of room for them. And like I said, they are going to be getting some ram's horn snails as a regular part of their diet. And that's why we had the ram's horn snails when we did. Because this was all pre-planned. We were planning on getting puffers at some point. And we did. You can see there's Big Mama. She's nice and pregnant again. So the guppies are doing really well in this tank. They've all acclimated really well. Everyone's adjusted. So, I mean, I'm still tripping on this valve though. Let me blow it all the way out. Just to give you an idea, this valve goes all the way up to the top of the tank. And if you know, 55-gallon tanks are pretty tall. It's all the way in the ground. It comes all the way up and then blows over. I'm gonna end up breaking this apart, I think, into a couple sections and spreading it out. But this thing was crazy cheap, so we picked it up. And I needed to get a lot of plants in this tank anyways. I still need more plants as well, but the selection that they had this time around wasn't as great as the last one. There is an auction coming up in another city by us. I'm not sure if we're gonna go yet or not. Kind of debating it, but it might be worth going just for plants at this point because we're gonna have a lot of plants that we need to procure so that we have, well, I don't even think we'll have extras by the time we're done, but yeah. Other than that, that's really about it. Everyone's doing really well so far. We're gonna keep an eye on them, make sure that they're doing pretty good. And you can see the puffers are just kind of swimming around, and for whatever reason, he's really liking that filter area back there, so he's kind of hanging out back there. But yeah, we'll get everything situated. If you guys haven't already, please like, subscribe, share as always. Let's get more people in the hobby. If you have any questions or concerns, drop them in the box below. Let me know. I'll do my best to answer them for you. And as always, guys, happy fish keeping.